All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do apologize the way I look. I'm still in my pajamas. Not saying that I'm a George Clooney or anything, but I posted on a community page, and I've noticed several of you noticed that I am acting different than I usually do. More angry and more, I guess, stuttery. So, just in case you missed the community page post, I figured I'd tell you now. So, I've been not taking my meds like I'm supposed to. I've literally been skipping days, for a while, maybe 2 weeks or so. My wife noticed it. She's been pushing me to take my meds. Some of you guys has noticed that the way I've been lately, more angry and stuff, and especially when I'm talking about spicy things. Now, this isn't an apology for talking about the things I did talk about, because I know my stance. I'm just not good at getting the words out, because you can say one small thing and it derails the whole conversation and makes the person that is trying to be clear on their ideas, well, be not so clear. So yeah, that's one problem. That's the other. I've been trying to figure out where I want to take the channel. I know a lot of people want here for the chili stuff, and I said I was going to take a break from it until he came into my area. And here's the thing. I probably wouldn't have said anything. I probably wouldn't have brought chili up if it wasn't for the fact that he came back to our area to take advantage of a family. Now, I've heard things about that family, and some of it's disturbing. I won't say it because, honestly, it's just hearsay, but I have heard a lot of people say some pretty damning things about that family that lost their child. Not including what Chili does, is where he's a tragedy opportunist, and he wanted to get his name on there, just kind of similar to how he's trying to put himself in that position with the man in Tennessee, the black man getting killed by the police. I talked about racism, and I spotted it out, and going back, listening to what I said, I don't think I came off racist. I think maybe I should have worded things different. I'm not racist. I'm far from it. And I did explain in the last video that I was raised around racism, so I know what it is, and I detest that. The same thing with like the LGBTQ stuff. I don't have any problem with the LGBTQ thing. The only problem I have is having stuff shoved down my throat when it doesn't need to be. I would say the same about straight people. Like, man, I want to watch a movie, unless I'm watching a love story, like a love romantic movie. I really don't care about that stuff, like PDA and all that. Like, I don't care if you're a man, woman, trans. I don't care. I don't care about that. My thing is how things have been. When I say woke, agendas being pushed really hard with things that I love. When I'm a nerd. I'm a big nerd. So I love movies, I love video games, I love TV shows, comic books, toys, and stuff like that. And it makes me angry whenever you start to tie like gender politics or any type of politics to the things I love. I just don't want to hear about it. Like, I don't care. I don't care. And if it was me, if I needed to, I would stand up on top of the highest building with an LGBTQ flag and say, "Hey, you're awesome." But that's me. That would be me being a hypocrite and saying, "Hey, I'm just going to push this on you, no matter what your stance is." Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Maybe I shouldn't have made those videos. I knew there would be some kind of flack. But where I stand is where I stand. I don't really hate anybody. I don't have any type of hate towards a race or religion, a gender or sexual orientation. I don't really care about that. Like, I'm friends with everybody. I know that's the ultimate white male excuse is, I'm friends with everyone. It's kind of like similar when you say I'm not racist, I have a black friend, or my sister has a black boyfriend. But I kind of feel like I am being authentic whenever I say, hey, I don't have anything against anybody. All I hate is how much is pushed down your throat, even when it doesn't need to be. Good example, watch the show Velma, just came out on HBO Max. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about when I say the wokeization of media. You just watch that and same could be said about The Last of Us Part 2. I know. You can't say bad things about The Last of Us 2, because if you do, then Twitter's going to come and cancel you, because The Last of Us 2 is this giant achievement. If you guys play Last of Us 2, you know it doesn't need to exist, because The Last of Us, the first game, ended perfectly. The story was told. And, do I like the additions to the gameplay of The Last of Us 2? Hell yeah, I do. But the story was just like, why does this even exist? Like, that's my problem with it. And again, it was going heavy on the politics, like the gender politics. And that's my problem. That's my issue. I just want to enjoy my day. I want to enjoy my day by doing the things I love without, going back to the world where everything is hate. It doesn't matter what you do, it's hate, and it's never going to be enough. That's just the way I see it. And I'm going to have some people who's going to say, hey, you're a Nazi, you're a white supremacist because you're saying this and this. It's like, I don't think so, because white supremacy and Nazism are terms that are used very loosely, to the point, like, if you don't agree on a certain thing, you are automatically labeled as a Nazi and a white supremacist. Last time I checked, I don't have a white robe and hood in my closet. I don't have a swastika tattooed to my forehead and wishing death on certain groups of people. That's Nazism and white supremacy in a nutshell. I associate violence with those. Like, I think when people say Nazi, that's awful. That's a terrible thing. Like, why would you call somebody a Nazi? Like, due to the fact that the Nazis were the ultimate bad guys, killing millions of people because of what they believed in, or if they were sick, disabled. That shit makes me sick. That makes me sick, because I kind of feel like those terms lost, their meaning. And they just get thrown all over the media, Twitter sphere, Facebook, YouTube even. Like, if you're a white man and you say these things, you're a Nazi. That's how I've seen it. And some people may have seen it different, but I do watch a variety of different things, and it could be stuff from the left, stuff from the right. I'm not a right-winged nut job that some people think I am. Same thing as I'm not a left-wing nut job like some people think I might be. I like to think I'm progressive. I have conservative and liberal values. There's some things I just think people take way too far, and I think it hurts the movement rather than improve it. You can't, it takes time for stuff like this to work out, like, for people to accept these things. When you force it, you're just making people not wanting it. That's why you see a lot of hate towards these different groups, because it's just been shoved. But then again, there are people that are racist and homophobes and transphobes. I'm not going to say that doesn't exist. And there are there's toxic masculinity, there's toxic white people, but there's also toxic black people, toxic Hispanic, toxic Asian, Muslim. The list can go on. You know, I said the same thing about the police. I'm just like, okay, there are good cops and there are bad cops, and the media portrays all cops as bad. Same thing Chili does. Maybe I'm rambling too much, but I kind of wanted to be clear to you guys that, hey, I'm trying to spot out the racism without trying to sound like a racist myself, because, like I said, a lot of people are not going to agree with the things I say, and I'm also not very clear at getting the words out that I want to say. But you guys are right about the anger, the way I've been acting differently. I started taking my meds again yesterday. Took my night meds, my day meds. I guess I gotta get this chemical imbalance figured out so I can not seem like a jackass or an angry mental person. I don't want it to go that route. And, you know, my wife pushing me and you guys pushing me, asking and being concerned, that really helps me a lot. I'm not trying to make this an excuse. I'm not trying to make mental health my excuse, because it's not. That could be partially attributed to it, but it's not all mental health issues' fault. It's just not. It really isn't. You know, I have a part to play in this issue, and it's just the way it is, I guess. But guys, if you notice me acting weird, you notice more anger in my vids, a personality change, or if you're offended by some of the stuff I say, even if I say it the wrong way, hopefully I can do a little bit better. But I won't delete those videos, because that'll be a process for me to learn some things that I should learn, honestly. But I do have my stances, and I'm going to stand by them. I know what I believe in, and I care about you guys deeply. You know, anybody really. I like to think I'm a pretty nice guy. I try to be. I try my best to be a nice guy. I try my best to be a good role model. I never thought in a million years, and I know my community's not that big. I know I keep on rambling. There's so much I want to say. So much I want to say. You know, I know the community's not that big, and I know a lot of it's tapered off. There's not going to be much more growth, as much as I'd want it to. But maybe, just maybe, I'm just glad that the people I have on this channel, on this site, still cares about me, because I care about you guys a lot. And, you know, 5 people could watch this video, or nobody could watch this video, or thousands of people could watch this video. Thousands of people could disagree and hate me. The thing is, I still love you. I still think you're a great person, probably. My thing is, I hate bullies. I hate when people get taken advantage of by people like Chili and stuff like that. Like, it drives me crazy. Especially coming to my area to do the same shit. It just makes me sick, because the people in this community deserve better. They do. They deserve better. They don't deserve some nut job that is looking a way to get a paycheck and some fame, or become some kind of martyr. I don't know. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I definitely appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good weekend, or finish up the weekend in a positive light. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. I'll talk to you guys later.